Hi, my name is Alonso. I'm from Peru. This is my third semester in Strasberg, and I have a couple of questions for Mr. David here. One, most likely. Um, so I was talking to a friend downstairs, and I was trying to give you a question that you haven't had before, and that I haven't done before.
Yeah.
Then we thought, well, maybe it's easier to just ask him, what kind of question would you be like to ask by an actor? Because I guess we students, actors, and you must have seen a lot. We ask you all types of things, like technical things, personal things. But is there one question or subject that usually actors don't ask you about or don't touch, that you would like them to ask you because you think it's important and we are missing out? That you think maybe we don't care much about those things when we should care about those things more than the other?
Yeah. Yeah. On the one hand, I think I want people to ask questions that they believe in, right? Because it reveals something. Their question reveals something. So it lets me understand where they're coming from. The nature of their question reveals some of how they look at acting, right? So it's helpful for me to get a question that someone thinks relates to them because it informs me about them and their thought process. However, your question is a good opportunity for me to think about, what is it that actors miss, right? Where are they not putting attention, And I think, like in any conversation, I used to have a friend. I have a friend who used to say, he's a coach. He would say, I listen to what you're saying, but I also listen to what you're not saying. And I think that's really intriguing and different for every individual. One thing that I think more actors should ask, right, is, do you, David, think I should be doing this? Like, do you think I'm good enough? Do you think I can do this? Because I spend a lot of time with people sort of asking those questions, asking around those questions. Oh, so my scene, do you have any feedback on my scene? Because I'm looking to go out with agents, to go out and find agents. And they really want to say is like, would you endorse me for an agent? Would you help me find an agent? Should I be doing that? Is the scene any good? I had one person recently say, like, was that embarrassing? What they put on tape? Like, it wasn't embarrassing, was it? And I actually thought it was a great question. I was like, thank God she actually asked me the question on her mind. Like, she's worried that she put something on tape that might just be embarrassing. And I said, no, it's not embarrassing. It's also not great. Right? It's fine. It's good. It's better than some of the things I've seen. It's not yet great. But I think most people are afraid of the answer. And I'm not sure which answer they're really afraid of, by the way. You'd think they'd be afraid to hear, I think this is going to be a struggle for you. I think this is going to take a lot of time. I think you say you want to do this, but your body argues with you. Like, your behaviors look like someone who doesn't really want to do this kind of job. So then you have to think, is it a good use of my time to like retrain my whole self to go do these things? But actually, I think a lot of times an equally scary answer is like, yeah, I think you can do it. Because if you think like, yeah, I think it's what you're meant for, then, oh geez, then giving up suddenly decreases as an option, right? What does that mean? I need to be giving up myself to continue this journey.
They could feel pressure.
Could feel pressure, right? Oh crap! I know. Well, what if I'm not? Like, I don't feel good. David thinks I'm good, but I don't feel that way. Oh, like I'm screwed up. Like a million things could go on, right? But I think people actually don't ask the question that's most important to them, and that is, for many of my actors, that's the most important question. So I think there is a resistance sometimes for people to bring up the things that they're really struggling with. Oftentimes that is, am I good enough? I do think a lot of people struggle with that very basic question. Am I good enough? But it is not the only thing people struggle with. And I think what I would like is I'd like people to really bring up the thing that is hard for them. Not where they're doing great, not where they're like, well, I heard once. Not the questions that are easy to ask. The questions that you're like, well, if we could turn off the camera, I'd ask you a real question.